Janet Brown was a young woman with her entire life ahead of her, full of plans, goals, and quiet determination. She was known by friends and family as responsible, warm-hearted, and someone who rarely took unnecessary risks. No one who knew her believed she would ever simply disappear. In the early 1990s, Janet vanished under circumstances that immediately raised concern. She failed to show up where she was expected, something completely out of character for her. When hours passed with no contact, fear began to set in. Police opened an investigation, but the case was difficult from the start. There were no clear witnesses, no obvious suspects, and no signs of a violent struggle. It was as though Janet had been erased. Detectives questioned everyone in her life, searching for even the smallest clue. Friends, co-workers, and neighbors were interviewed again and again. Still, nothing pointed to what had happened. As days turned into weeks, hope slowly began to fade. Search efforts were reduced, and media attention moved on. Janet Brown's case quietly went cold. For her family, time did not heal anything. They lived with unanswered questions, wondering every day where Janet was and what she had endured. They refused to believe she would never be found. Years passed, then decades. Advances in forensic science began changing how cold cases were investigated. What once seemed impossible was now within reach. Nearly 30 years later, detectives reopened Janet's case with fresh determination. Old evidence was re-examined using modern technology that did not exist when she vanished. This time, the silence finally cracked. A crucial piece of evidence linked Janet's disappearance to a suspect. Investigators realized they had been closer than they ever knew. The truth had been hiding in plain sight. An arrest was finally made, ending decades of uncertainty. In court, the evidence revealed what truly happened to Janet Brown. Justice, delayed but undeniable, was finally served. Janet's family heard the answers they had waited nearly 30 years to hear. The relief was real, but the pain never disappeared. No verdict could give them back what was stolen. The case proved that cold does not mean forgotten. It showed that persistence can survive time, silence, and loss. And it reminded the world that justice can still arrive, even after 30 years. Kindly share, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories like this. Stay safe.